It's a culmination of so many things, of what music has been in my life, the terrific privilege that I've had to work with people with the beautiful harmonies, the everything of that sort, and then there were so many here that I had sung with, because that means a lot too, because you have a team, and I think it can be a team that you learn about life. You room with different people when you go on tours. You come and you have to really work on some notes, and then when that blend comes, it's such a wonderful preparation for life, blending all these different things that come shooting our way, you know. And as I looked, that's what I saw. I saw members of choir back in the 50s when I was here under Prof. Kerr's direction. And then I was a two-time comer here, and the first time Stanley and I worked a lot together, and there were several here from that era. And then the last one, there was just a nice little group of people that had gone to, when we took foreign tours and went to Europe and Canada and that type of thing. But just to see the bond that is between them, and to think that the little finger might have had a tweak in some of those things happening, it really is, it's a huge feeling, and that's the beauty of music. That it lends itself that way too.
Tell me maybe one or two of your fondest memories of OU during your directing years.
Well, one that I still hear, if I just am real quiet and meditating, was when we sang at a 12th century cathedral in Krakow. And we did O Manu Mysterium. And we had sung it well at different times, and that is another one that we sang when I was in school, actually. I just thought of that. But God's Spirit was so dynamic. The reverb was beyond, and I would have to direct and let that reverb and then come back in. When we stopped, I could not have gone on with the next piece without just standing there a short while. There have been so many. In a whole other vein, the production of Fiddler on the Roof. When the cast actually became those people and the music came forth that way, it was just absolutely, people they were very complimentary about it, but it was interesting. They had to look for words too. And not every performance, but there was one performance that it was just, I can hear it, you know.
I want to know what it means to you to know that OU is putting the emphasis on music and the choir and the program again like they used to, and rebuilding that program.
I don't know if you have ever been involved in something that fine and then see it deteriorate. I don't want to aim that at any one individual, but it was what happened. And it's such an empty, horrible feeling. You know you can't do anything about it, and you see it diminish. The Prexy, Kevin, the first 2 years I was at Ottawa, he sang in the chorale. And when I heard that he had been selected, I called him and I said, I know that you're going to do something about the music. And he said, that's a promise. And I said, this is one of these times that I call a God wink. I said, you know, because you have such a vision, I know it will have a good chance. And it not only a chance, it will happen. And so now I'm not down here, but it's beautiful the way I get word from people. Oh, the jazz concert this year was getting or it was terrific, you know.
Good.
And all of that, and pretty soon that emptiness you never give up hope, but it's fulfilled, and the hope is there, because when it isn't, the college itself loses some heart, and it's a heartbeat and a soul, and when it isn't, and just kind of namsy-pamsy, I'd say, it doesn't have that, and then that allows that spirit. Athletics, I served on the athletic board when I was a faculty member. All for them, but they don't do the same thing that music does. Kevin was an outstanding football player, and he was in both. So. And there were a lot. Wendell and Wallace. I mean, I could just name them that were. There were times that if I'd said hike, there'd be major players of the football team that would stand up. Wow. Give a few numbers and then hike, you know, and that could have happened. So, as a student, we kept hearing about that special OU spirit. Well, I knew that choir was a real big part of that OU spirit because of Prof. But the most wonderful thing that I'm feeling now, when I come back, is that mission. There is a Christian basis, and that spirit is the basic, the foundation of what else is going to come.